Hey, I hope you all are having a great and wonderful day. And I'm truly blessed seeing different synchronicities around me. I absolutely love it because sometimes you get those synchronicities where it's like surprise and it's like something for you to discover and it's really awesome. So, I was listening to a video and the guy's name is Neil. I can't remember his last name. I think it's Maxwell. I'm not sure. And he was talking about the universe and he said, "You are the universe." And with that, it sparked something else in me. And I just want to say, whatever definitions or meanings you come up with, that's perfect for you because it's the perspective you needed to hear from it. And you don't have to worry about you're not getting the hidden meaning or, you're not seeing things the way other people are seeing things because I remember I used to have judgment with that because it's like, oh, like you're only getting the surface level stuff. You don't really understand the meaning and stuff like that. And you know what? That's okay. Like we need to experience things in our own timing, in our own way. And maybe those definitions you're giving of things is not necessarily relevant. It's not. And, I think it's up to everyone to choose their definitions and what they get out of things. And yeah, if someone points out a definition you didn't know that, great, you learned something. It was relevant to you. But, sometimes we have this harshness with ourselves that we don't quote unquote get it and we're not smart and it's silly. So I just want to say, like, if you never heard of this before, no big deal. I just came up with this last night and refining it today. And even if you get something else out of it, that's awesome too. It's all different perspectives. So I just want to put that out there. Like, don't feel like if you didn't get the hidden meaning of things. It kind of reminds me when I was in English class back in like high school, where, you have to do these assignments and like you have to like identify the similes, the metaphors, and what everything means. And it's just like, does do I have to really write down what everything means? Like, like the author wrote this made this object a certain color to express this idea, and it's just like maybe for some people it's relevant, but I think for other people it's not. And I just want you to be okay that you get certain things or don't get certain things or whatever. Yeah, that's just something that just popped up and I needed to share that apparently. Okay. So coming back to what I wanted to talk about is the universe. And he was saying that you are the universe. And I was going into you in verse. I'm like, oh, what exactly does that mean? And I was thinking, verses, because, you hear verses in lyrics and poetry. And what are that? It's explaining a concept and everything else. So I wrote stuff down. So it's easier for me to remember it all because it's still fresh and it's not in my bones yet. It's not like information I know I can just spat out. Like it's still fresh. It's not in my bones yet. So I like wrote it down. So when it's more in my bones, I'll probably be able to say it without the paper. But for now, we're gonna have paper. It's a permission slip. It's fine. So I was writing down. Let's see. Verse being expressed into existence. So it's like that makes sense because when we think of verses, whether it's written or spoken, we're speaking it into existence. You're taking something from the non-physical realm and bring it into existence. And that's by sound, writing it, and like you're just bringing it in. So it's like that's like awesome. And not just oh yeah, okay. The universe is not just a vast expression bleh. Sorry. Apparently I can't read my own handwriting. Y'all gotta bear with this human moment. I can't read my own handwriting right now. Okay. Because sometimes I just write notes. I don't always like writing notes that it look like perfect paragraphs. I sometimes like writing things as points, and I sometimes forget the point I'm writing things in because I'll like randomly change different expressions of things. I'm talking about different things, so just bear with me a second. I have to like look what I read. Look what I wrote, not read. Okay, so this other point is that the universe is not just a vast expanse out there, it's our totality of existence being expressed. And I'm just like, yeah, isn't that's such a concept because we think of the universe as completely out there. Like there's so much of it we don't know, so much of it we can't interact with, so much of it we can't see. But if we think about it, like we're actually a universe in ourselves. I mean, if you even think physiologically, we have more bacteria and fungi and different entities in us than ourselves. Like, don't quote me on this because I don't remember how I heard it and I don't remember if it's the right number, so y'all can correct me. But it's like if you think of all the bacteria, like the individual cells bacteria, it's like they outnumber our human cells like maybe 10 times. I could be wrong, maybe it's more, maybe it's less, but I definitely know they do more, and they actually affect how we go express ourselves in the world. Because if you ever had digestive issues and stuff like that, that can change your mood drastically. If you eat a certain way, that changes your mood. And, when you're eating, because not only are you being affected by the nutrients or chemicals and stuff like that, your bacteria are also eating it and they're also responding to it. So they're changing their environment, which is changing our internal environment and like our thoughts. So we are affecting everything. Like we are a universe in ourselves. So that's one way of thinking of ourselves in a universe. So the universe isn't just out there. There's also a universe within us. We are also a universe. Like there's different aspects and parts to us that we might not always pay attention to, but it's like everything is working in concert. No pun intended, but pun intended. Okay, the other point I had. Okay. Okay, every part of you, your life, your story is a verse unfolding great into greater poem of the cosmos. I might want to rewrite that a little bit. But yeah, so it's just like everything you're doing is just part of it. Like if you think of a song is already written. Like just like a story, a song, a poem, a novel, it's all written, but we're experiencing it as we're reading, even though it's already been written down. And people's like, oh, what about free will and stuff like that? Well, it's just like, it's like a pick your own storybook, but it's like, it's already written. So it's already there. It's already being expressed in that kind of way. So it's like your life is like a story. I mean, if you think about like when we listen to like watch TV or movies and stuff like that, like the actors already filmed everything, everything's been edited, and we're just experiencing it at our time as they're doing the film. And you're seeing the story of that person, and that person's story is affecting the whole storyline. And I think with us as humans in our world, like we don't think that we're affecting the plot of the universe the same way. So I think that's something interesting to like look into. Like, how is my character? Because we all are characters. We're all method actors pretending to be human. Like we're spiritual method actors pretending to be human. And so it's just like, what is my character bringing to the story? Like, because there's some characters that you love, and there's some characters you hate, and there's some characters you love to hate, and stuff like that. And like it's interesting. Like you don't know who you vibe with. Like sometimes it's the unexpected thing. Like with many people, like with Star Wars, they love the character Boba Fett, even though he didn't have much screen time or anything. Like they just love the character, and you don't know which character you're gonna gravitate to. Like what's enriching of their story, and it all adds to the plot. I think some of us just get confused because we don't exactly see where the plot's going because we're so in it. So just take a time and pretend like, what's my character's role right now? Like, how is it affecting things? And just see what you come up with. I mean, it's fun. I mean, you could use your imagination. You could change your character anytime. Like, like we all have moments where it's like we want to be the bigger person, and there are times we don't want to be the bigger person. I mean, you know, we have the beauty of it. We have the choice of choosing what path we take. We could take the high road or we could take the low road, because sometimes you want to take the low road, and it's just like, why do I want to take the low road? And that's something to look into, because maybe there is a valid reason for it. And maybe it can expand you in certain ways. So, you know, don't be so hard on yourself, because sometimes, okay, you took a little road, then it's like, okay, now we're on a different road. That's already happened. I'm not gonna, it's done. Let's move forward. Like, you don't have to stay in the same road. Like, you can change your mind all the time. Okay, and I think the last point I had here, you are the universe being expressed in real time. So, yeah, so when you just think of your story, your character, it's all unfolding. And it's just because you are the universe, and we're all reflections of each other, and just how we're interacting with each other and also interacting with ourselves, it comes up with a beautiful story. And maybe at the end of your life, after you die, or you go wherever it is that you go, some people think it's heaven, pearly gates. There's so many different things, but from what I've gathered, like, you kind of do like a life review at some point, whatever you believe in, cool. And then, like, you get to see the story unfold in a different way compared to when you're in the character. That's kind of why I like certain characters that, like, break the fourth wall. I think people love those characters. Like, I think the most famous one most people know of is in Marvel, Deadpool, because he breaks the fourth wall so much, and the other characters are just oblivious to what's going on. But we like it because it's like he knows something different, and everyone thinks he's crazy, even though he's not, because he's peering into a dimension they have no concept of. But we get it because we can see it. It's just interesting, and people relate to the character so much because he feels, I guess, more human and relatable, versus these characters are just stuck in the story, versus this character is peeking out, like, past what's normal. I guess that's why some people really enjoy, like, different experiences, like seeing psychics and channels and things like that, because it's a chance that you're experiencing someone peeking out into something that you normally don't see. And, I just think that's great. And I don't, I'm just excited. I really wanted to share this, and I'm so excited. And another amazing thing that happened yesterday, I saw this. These are like little pearls. And because in my Buy Nothing group, I was just like, oh, I want those. Like, this is a perfect early birthday present for me. It's super early. And I was just like, oh, I would love this. I would love this. And I, like, put in my bid for it. Because in Buy Nothings, you make a comment on a post, and then the person picks whoever they want. And I'm just like, okay, we can't obsess over this, even though I really, really want. I love pearls. I just love pearls. I love pearls. I love all different types of things, but we're talking about pearls right now, so I won't get sidetracked with other, things that I like. And, I'm just like, okay, we have to just drop it and let it go. If it's mine, it's mine. If it's not, it's not. I mean, and it doesn't change my day if I got it or not. Obviously, I'm super happy that I got it, but, at the time, I'm just like, I'm like, okay, I just have to let it go. It's mine, it's mine. If it's not, it's not. It doesn't change anything if I don't get it. Like, I'm still living the day, I'm still making food, I'm still, petting Jill and all this stuff. So I'm just like, okay, we can't look at it. We can't, we just have to move on doing other things. It's like, I really, really want it, and drop it. And that's sometimes hard. And there are times I'm like, oh, did she respond yet? Did she pick someone? I'm like, okay, let's fight the urge. I did check once, but I'm like, okay, she didn't pick anyone yet. Okay, cool. And then I got picked up, like, yay! And then it's like, I will pick it up, whatever. So I picked it up, and I'm like, it's so pretty. They are so cute. They're like little pearls. They're like 4 pearls. Uh, it's such a sweet gift. And it's like, normally I don't like as much little things, even though, like, I get, like, necklaces, like, little like this, because I normally like big pieces, just because I feel like sometimes something small, like, it gets lost because I have so much hair, and, like, I have really broad shoulders. I feel like sometimes small little dainty things just kind of get lost. But this is perfect, and I love it. And what you can't see is the back. Can I? No, I'm not gonna do that. That's gonna be too much effort. But, there's, instead of, those necklaces that have the loops around so you could change it. This has a special type of thing where I could just pull it to get the size I want, instead of trying to make sure I hook it in the right loop to get the right size I want. I'm like, oh my god, I didn't even know this was a thing, and I love it. Maybe I'll share it next time, because I know if I try to take this off now, especially with one hand because I'm holding this with the other one, this is not going to work out. So I'm just like, oh, I'm so happy. And I didn't know this was a possibility, like with necklace chains and stuff like that. I'm like, oh, I need to find out what this is, because if I ever make jewelry again, or if I just want to update chains of things, I want something like this. It's like I didn't even know I wanted this. And sometimes you're just surprised because, like, I didn't know this was a possibility, and I'm excited. And there's so many other things. So, yeah, I also, I didn't initially book things to go see Bashar that's coming in New Jersey, because I'm just like, my brain was just like on the money aspect. I'm like, ooh, these are pricey. So I'm like, you know what? Okay, we're just going to put it off to the side right now. We're just, even though I technically have something was slightly off. So I'm like, okay, let's just put it aside right now, because I'm not feeling good making this decision right now. And so I decided to check a couple days, no, maybe a couple weeks later, I don't remember. And then I saw there was, I actually went to the Ticketmaster thing because they do this thing. No, no, that's not right. Okay, so I'm remembering things differently. So the linear order of things. I was looking at the newsletter. I was looking at newsletter. Then I just wanted to look online to get the Ticketmaster link, and as I was on the main website, it's saying, "Oh, there is like a readjustment fee, and you could get $50 off certain seats." So I'm like, "Okay, let's go check it out now." And then it's not all seats, but only certain seats. And so I was able to get myself a good seat at the same rate as like some of the bleacher seats. So I'm like much closer than I thought I would be for like the same price. I'm like, oh, okay, gotta do it. Now I feel excited of doing it, and I did it. And I'm like so happy that I did it. And then I was even thinking about, as I'm like going to sleep, like getting ready, just feeling so excited, just being in the space there. I'm just like, it was great because, things, you don't know how things turn out. So sometimes if there's like hesitancy with something, it doesn't mean like you're necessarily blocking your path or you're not making a decision. Sometimes something's gonna come out for you, because I was like, I don't know. I'm like, yeah. And then I checked it again. It's like, oh, a surprise. Yay. So, I mean, yeah, sometimes if you do procrastinate with things, sometimes it is meaning of something else. But sometimes it's just like, wait a little bit. We're going to give you a little surprise. Because that was not listed anywhere. So it was just, unless you like went to the website. And I think the sale only lasts for like a couple of days, like that, like everything else. I was just like, it's so it's so synchronous that I found it, because I wouldn't have found it if I just didn't decide to check, but because something was just holding me back from, because I really didn't want to be that far back, and like paying that much, being that far back. I was just saying, but the other closest seats were like super more pricey, and then VIP is out of my range at the moment, and that's okay. So I was just like, but with the seats I got, they're close to the VIP, so it's like I can work with that, and I just feel so much better about everything, because it was purposeful, purposeful. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like I'm forgetting words sometimes. Sometimes the words don't sound right. I'll have a human moment, and it was purposeful. I don't know why I said it like that, but y'all know what I mean. And I was able to get something that I just felt more energetically happy about. And when I saw that, it was just so easier for me to do that, because sometimes is you know what? Here's the thing. It's similar to investing. Now, I'm not an investing guru or anything. I know more about it in theory than in practice. So I'm not in a financial person or anything else. I'm just taking this from more theory, because like, you can invest early on or you can invest later. And sometimes, maybe if you invest early on, you pay less to compare it. And sometimes the switch. It's kind of like with the stock market. It's just like you buy when you buy, and then sometimes maybe the price goes up and maybe the price goes down. You don't know, because we're kind of run on an economic system that's based on emotion. So it's very up and down, like very um cyclic. in that sense. And it's just like, it's okay if you can't or don't always have the means, or something just feels wrong, you can't make the decision right away. And sometimes it is, you have to be brave and just push forward. It's all by case by case. And I was just so happy that this worked out for me. And I'm super excited with what's coming up. And yeah. So I hope you all are having a great day, and I'll see you all next time. Okay.